Hello everybody, John back here again with another video, and today I bring you my review of the pilot premiere of iZombie, which is CW's and DC's newest comic book TV show. And before I get into my actual review, which may contain spoilers if you've not seen tonight's yesterday's night's pilot, basically, definitely go check it out. I'm pretty sure they have it online for free. I don't know if that's true. I saw it there yesterday, so I don't know if it's still there. But basically, check out the episode because this review may contain spoilers. But nevertheless, before I get into my actual review, I just wanted to rant about two things that kind of bothered me going into this show, which was, number one, out of every single DC property, what was it about this project that needed to be made? I mean, granted, I'm not trying to bash the people who made this specific TV show, nor am I trying to bash CW, but at the same time, iZombie was the number one thing I never expected CW to ever try to accomplish for comic book TV shows, rather. I mean, like, I'm just saying, we're living in the golden age of superheroes when it comes to live action. Why not put out more superhero TV shows? I mean, granted, we have Supergirl and Titans coming soon, but we don't know if they're going to be awesome. So put out more stuff, CW, especially the CW. I mean, come on. They gave us The Flash and Arrow and Smallville, some of the greatest comic book TV shows ever. Specifically, fucking The Flash. Which, if you've not seen last night's episode, definitely go check out my channel, because I have a review for it. But nevertheless, I'm just saying, like, we're living in the golden age of superheroes. Why not make more superhero-orientated TV shows? I just felt it was a huge misfire. I mean, granted, this show has some promise, and it's not totally, boring and stupid, or crappy, if you will. But, I'm just saying, if this show was, like, on Netflix or Hulu, it would make more sense. I mean, I don't think it's up to the standards of other CW shows. I'm just saying, like, if it was on Netflix or Hulu, it would have just made more sense. On top of that, I'm just saying, like, out of every single DC property, I would have never thought I would have thought they would have made a Swamp Thing TV series before a fucking iZombie TV series, but, what are you gonna do? I mean, CW's kind of going on a limb here. They're trying to do wacky other types of stuff, and don't get me wrong, I have nothing against CW or DC or whoever the hell making more non-superhero comic book TV shows. But at the same time, do you realize where we are right now? We have TV shows coming up that are we have the fucking Flash, Arrow, you have Daredevil coming up, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you have Agent Carter, you fucking have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have the upcoming Batman vs Superman. Make more shit like that. Why not? Why not? I don't know. It's just really weird. But nevertheless, I just would have liked to seen more superhero stuff. And plus, CW has really weird plans to do other things. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they want to do a Vixen animated live-action series or whatever the hell it is. And then on top of that, they want to do an Atom spin-off series, which is weird. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay, but I don't know if it will be, up to the lengths of, like, Flash or Arrow, because Atom, really isn't as big as those characters, nor does he have, like, as big of a rogues gallery as those characters. And on top of that, they want to do another spin-off team-up series with Atom, Captain Cold, and Sarah the Black Canary. Which is really odd. I don't know how they're going to do that. But nevertheless, that's just rumors. But anyways, basically, that's just something that I just wanted to rant about. The second thing I wanted to rant about is, what's with the obsession of having sexy, attractive zombies nowadays? I don't know if it was because of the Twilight Saga or whatever, but I hate this theory that everyone who makes anything of a prior genre, they want to make it all sexy and awesome. I mean, it's just so annoying. Stop doing that. I mean, like, they did it to fucking vampires, they did it to monsters, they did it to zombies, they did it to fucking mummies and Frankenstein, and oh my god, it's like, stop with that shit. Zombies are supposed to be gory and awesome and violent, and they're supposed to be killers and unstoppable machines and badasses, and now you're all making them all sexy and attractive and cute and fucking cuddly or whatever the fuck. It's just so annoying. I hate that shit. Granted, this design was created prior to the show. I mean, it's obviously based off a comic book, so they have to do what they have to do, but I'm just not big on that. I hate when they try to sex up zombies. Zombies are supposed to be what they are, which are violent, ugly creatures, not cute, cuddly, sexy chicks who have makeup on. It's just stupid. But anyways, besides my rants, Hope you weren't overly offended by any of my rants. But nevertheless, let's get right into this review. If you've not seen it, this may contain spoilers. Nevertheless, this episode, the overall synopsis of the pilot is basically Liv, who is the main protagonist of the show, is a normal, overachieving doctor in Seattle, and she basically decides that after a good day of work, she decides to go on a party with her fiance or whatever the hell, and at the party, which we never really get to see, is overrun by the zombie apocalypse, and basically at the end of the party, she discovers that she's become one of the Walking Dead, and essentially, months later, ironically, we transition to months later, and she's continuing to live her life as a normal girl, but at the same time she has the desire to eat brains. Without the access of brains, based off her knowledge, she basically will go into a stupor and then have uncontrollable hunger and anger, and then become a normal raging zombie. So basically, if she eats brains, she's normal. If she doesn't eat brains, she becomes a normal zombie. That's the general gist of the show. And on top of that, you have a detective from Seattle who's coming into the medical office for some help, and then Liv basically discovers the fact that she apparently can see the memories of the people who are dead that she eats brains of, and basically she uses her power, her significant power, to help out the police office to catch criminals. So yeah, that's pretty much the overall gist of this series. She's a zombie who's helping out the police force for the greater good, at the same time eating brains that are not hers. Anyways, I think it was a pretty fun and entertaining show. I mean, personally, I don't really think it's this up to the standards of other CW shows. I mean, like, if you're thinking, like, oh, this show's going to be as good as, like, The Flash or Arrow, that's not what's going to happen. It's not really even that comic booky at all. I mean, I'm not really big on iZombie, the comic book series. I haven't really read it, but based off the little research I did on it, they did change a lot of things from the show. I mean, the basic plot is that obviously she's a normal goth-looking emo chick who's a zombie who basically eats brains. That's pretty much the only thing they kept from the show, but everything else from the comic book. But when it comes to the show, they pretty much changed a lot of other things, which I don't really have a problem with because I never read the comic book in and of itself, so I don't really care. But overall, I felt that the show was a little too cheesy and a little too comedic. Granted, it is a comedy show, but I wasn't expecting it to be a comedy show. I was expecting it to be like Dexter, except if you take out Dexter and put in a cute zombie chick who eats brains. That's kind of what I was getting at when it comes to this show. But this show is actually kind of similar to Dexter, but more comedy. It's just a big old comedy, which I guess is okay, but once again, if this was on Netflix or Hulu, it just would be better. It just makes more sense to be on a program like that. But nevertheless, I think it was an entertaining show. I mean, every person who was in the show was pretty awesome. I mean, every actress that we got to see in the show was pretty awesome. I mean, like the main actress, Rose, who plays Liv, the main protagonist of the show, I think she was pretty awesome as Liv. I think she really was comedic. She was intelligent, she was fun, she was entertaining, and you can really see that in her performance, especially in that last shot in the last section of the episode where she's at that house party and she came as a zombie, ironically, and she's like scaring kids and shit. You can really see that she was having a lot of fun with the role, which is always good to see. But overall, every other actress and actor on this program was pretty decent. The medical examiner, Liv's boss, I think was pretty entertaining and fun. Also, it was fun to see Liv's best friend / roommate is actually fucking the chick from Phil the Future, which was pretty funny. Which I always liked. I always liked her. I thought she was entertaining. And plus, I'm a big Phil the Future fan, so I guess it was good to have that little connection, if you will. But overall, that was pretty entertaining. And other than that, everything else was kind of just weird. I mean, first off, the transitioning in this pilot is just awkward. Like, you have, on top of that, your normal comedic transitions, and then on top of that, you have these weird comic book panel transitions, which is really weird. And then at the end of the day, the really weird thing is the opening to the episode. I mean, first off, you don't really get to see the zombie apocalypse. Second, you don't really get to see Liv actually be attacked, technically. or become one of the dead. And then thirdly, no one really seems to notice that she's a zombie besides her boss. I mean, how do you just, like, pass off as a zombie and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to tell anybody, and, like, no one really notices? It's like, how do you do that? How do you accomplish something like that? Like, you're obviously a zombie, and then on top of that, the weirdest thing is that the zombie apocalypse only happened at one party. It only happened in that one party. And then after that, I guess the zombies died or something, or they were eliminated, and that was it. That was the end of the zombie apocalypse. Which I think this show will go down in history as showing off the smallest zombie apocalypse ever. I mean, like, out of every zombie program or every zombie movie, this is the smallest fucking... I mean, it just shows up at this one dumbass girl's party, and then bam, you never see him again until the end of the episode. It's like, what? That's it? She's the only zombie, and all the other zombies just ironically died? What the fuck? I don't understand. That was just really weird. Granted, it's a comedy, so you don't have to take it too seriously, but I just thought that was extraordinarily weird. It's just like, here's the zombie apocalypse. Then the zombie apocalypse is gone. You never see him again. And she's the only last zombie of her kind. It's like, what? How does that work? I don't know. It was just really odd and weird. But overall, everything else is just kind of cheesy. I'm not really big on cop shows, and I just think it's kind of odd that now we have another show to add to the really long list of cop shows that don't really make sense, and they're kind of cheesy, where it's like if you thought like having a robot partner was weird, how about having a zombie partner? Come on, guys. It's just cheesy and weird. Granted, this show is a comedy, and it's based off a pre-existing comic book, but, yeah, I'm just saying, like, it didn't really need to be on the CW. It could have just been on another program, and I think could have been better, but, I don't know. It's a fun, entertaining episode. It's a fun, entertaining series, but I don't know if I'm going to be watching the entire show. Once again, it's just a pilot, so I have to watch more, I guess, episodes to really get invested in this show. But unlike other shows like Arrow or The Flash or other comic book shows on TV right now, this is definitely, like, not my favorite. But you never know. I guess we're just going to have to watch more to see what happens. Nevertheless, I give this program a good 5.5 out of 10, maybe a good 6 on a good day. It was entertaining. The main actress was good. It was good to see the chick from Phil the Future in there, who, you know, is awesome. I like the premise. It was pretty decent. I'm not really big on the cop show, nor am I big on the whole making zombies hot-looking shtick. But overall, I think it's a fun, entertaining show that you can watch when you're bored or have nothing to do. Or you just want to be mildly entertained, basically. That's what the program basically is kind of coming off to me as. I'm just saying, like, for CW standards, not really the greatest. Could have just been on Netflix or Hulu. That's kind of the gist that I'm trying to get at. But that's pretty much the end of my review. In the comments below, let me know what you personally thought. What did you think about the pilot of iZombie? How do you think it pairs up in comparison to its comic book counterpart? What did you think about the main actress, Liv? What did you think about seeing the Phil the Future chick in here? What did you think about the premise of the show? Where do you think the show's future can go? And of course, what other type of comic book DC program do you want to see on the CW? I personally want to see another comic book show like The Flash. I'm not really interested in any of these spin-offs. Vixen seems like it could be really good, but we're going to have to wait to see on that. And Atom, I don't know, like, the Atom's awesome. Based off what we've seen, Brandon Routh seems to be killing it. But at the same time, I don't know if it could work the same way it did with The Flash. Like, The Flash is essentially a spin-off, but it's so fucking good, it's better than Arrow. So it's like, I don't know if Atom could do the same. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But in the comments below, let me know what you personally think, and also what do you think, what other type of DC comic book property you want to see, whether it be superhero or Vertigo, what type of character or comic book series you want to see on the CW. And also, what other type of DC programs are you looking forward to the most? I personally really can't wait to see Titans and Supergirl, mostly Titans, because, you know, you gotta love Nightwing. But overall, that's just what I'm personally thinking. iZombie, pretty decent show, not the greatest. Personally, had more expectations for it, and definitely should have been on another program instead of CW, in my personal opinion. But anyways, it was entertaining and fun. I guess I'm going to have to watch more episodes to really get the gist of this program. But let me know what you personally think. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And later today, I'll be giving you my review of Arrow Season 3. So check that out on my channel later today, and hope you guys enjoyed. This has been John 12.